Yeah,
doing that. And don't forget to record your own video, brother.
absolutely. Yep. I'm gonna set that up right now. Can't forget that. That's
Thank you
important.
for doing that.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, welcome everybody. Appreciate you being here on the Saturday before Mother's Day. I know people are, probably visiting their moms or traveling or whatever. We're getting to that time of year with family vacations and other things. So thanks for taking some time because it is important, right? When we talk about having success in any kind of home-based business that we're marketing, whatever it is, that is the sacrifice, right? You take an extra 30 minutes on a Saturday, and it's going to make all the difference in the world on the results that you have, right? Those that are the most successful are the ones that stay plugged in, and we've always taught that. So thanks for being here, and that is one of the topics of today is leadership, right? So I titled today's presentation the Triple Advantage Leadership Edition. And so we're going to dive in. This presentation is for leaders. This is for those of you who are up early on a Saturday morning and want to learn some good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. And we will dive in to what it means to be a leader and how we can share Cirrus Networks and the opportunity we have with everyone we meet, right? So let's go ahead and do the disclaimer real quick because we got to do that. So, of course, when we're talking about any of these things, whether it's rewards, digital rewards, or earnings or anything, we do have to say this is not a guarantee. This is not an offer of employment. There is no, there's no promise on how much you can make or if there will be any earnings at all. But if you do what we teach on, if you work with your teams, if you share the opportunity and the products and services with enough people, it will eventually turn into something very, very fun and lucrative. So let's go ahead and talk about how we can tell the story in 60 seconds and match the right product to the right person. Okay, that's really what it is. This is just a question of just getting this in front of as many people as possible in a short amount of time, right? It does not have to be complicated. The goal is to just make the message simple enough to duplicate. Okay, so because in the end, people don't buy blockchain, they buy utility, right? So the blockchain is there to provide utility, but what we got to message to the people is what is the utility they're getting. Okay, blockchain makes it possible, but let's talk utility. So our edge in all of this is that we have real services and real rewards. Okay, it's not hype. It's not about getting rich quick. It's not about putting money and and having it turn into gold bars overnight. No, that's not what we're doing. But we are introducing real things that have real value and real utility to people. So the leader skill is to now match that. Okay, we're going to learn how to match a product to a person and deliver a 60-second story and then invite. And that's it. Okay, your downline doesn't need to sound like experts. They don't. They just need to sound clear. Okay, that is the key. So what is the 60-second triple advantage story? This is the framework. Okay, this is your outline. So it's a 5-part structure every time. Number one, you're going to introduce the problem. Okay, in 10 seconds, you're just going to be like, you know what? Most people are overpaying for less. Okay, and that could be whether it's meeting with people are paying for Zoom, whether it's safe, whether it's some other kind of discount travel portal, whatever it is that you introduce the problem, right? And most people are going to agree. Like, as soon as you introduce a problem, people love to go, oh yeah, that's I dealt with this, I dealt with that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm paying too much, right? So you introduce the problem, you get people going, yeah. Then you introduce a better product, right? 15 seconds of, hey, you know what? I got something, got better features, more value, all these things that it can do. Then you introduce the better price, okay? So 10 seconds of, and you know what? it's actually cheaper. It actually costs less than the other stuff, right? And then you go to it rewards you, right? So you go into 15 seconds of, and you know what's super cool about it? It's tied to a blockchain. So you got the daily blockchain rewards and activity rewards coming in. And then number 5, if it's somebody that you think might be wanting to do it, as a business or as an opportunity, you can say, hey, and you know what? You also get paid to share it. Okay, 10 seconds of, and if you refer friends and family to this thing, you can actually earn commissions. That's it. Just that is the 5-part structure in 60 seconds you can share with people, anybody. Okay. So leaders, you need to drill this until it's automatic. Okay. Just get that framework in front of your people, talk to everybody one-on-one. Let's talk about this framework. These are the 5 things that you can introduce at 60 seconds. And then it just becomes automatic, right? You practice it, and you practice it, and you practice it, and then it just comes out naturally. Okay. So here's the other thing. We want to have guardrails on all of this because, of course, we want to be compliant, right? And if you haven't done so already, be sure to go in and watch the newest compliance training that Kat Bonar put in our back office. It's really, really good. It is about 16 minutes, but it's awesome. And she goes through and explains exactly what we should and shouldn't be saying and all that. But the thing about all this is credibility wins, right? Because most people are going to be a little bit skeptical, right? And they're going to be like, I don't know. And they can smell it. They can, if you're hyping things, if you're talking about, pie in the sky stuff, they're going to smell it and they're going to call it what it is. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme, whatever. But if you can show real products, real services, credibility, then it sounds right. It smells right, right? People are going to, oh, okay. So this isn't about just you wanting me to get in so you can get rich, right? No, this is you're actually trying to solve a problem for me by offering me something that actually works, right? Most people will respect that, okay? So if we start with the product and value, okay, we have these 3 different buckets, product and value, so the features and pricing, what they're getting. Then we talk about the rewards, is daily activity-based rewards, and how the ecosystem works. And then we talk about the opportunity, commissions for referrals, what reps can earn, right? Those are the 3 buckets. Now we're going to have some credibility, okay? So this credibility rule is always avoid misleading with either product claims, right? That it's like way better than it is. And we don't really have a problem with that. Our products actually are better. Or income promises, right? So, you can make $1 million overnight. No, don't do that kind of stuff because people won't believe it, right? So if you will have real credibility by, being upfront and real with people, they're going to respect that and they're going to be more likely to want to be part of it. Okay. So of course, and all the compliance, we don't have to dive deep into that, but experienced leaders will win long term by being the most credible voice in the room. Okay. That is the message here. All right. Now, here are the different personas, right? What we want to call just personas or personality types or needs, maybe. So it says there's really just 3, okay, with what we got right now. So when a leader is going to teach their team to start with who, not what, right? There's that tried and true thing. What do I lead with? Do I lead with the opportunity? Do I lead with the product? Okay. Well, it depends. The answer is it depends. It's not one or the other is better. It's start with who the person is and not what the product is or what the opportunity is. Because maybe it's somebody that all they're going to be is a customer and they just need one of the services. Maybe it's somebody that needs just an income opportunity, or it could be both, right? So the key answer is let's find out who they are and what their need is first, and then we can kind of decide, okay, which map or which lane we're going to go on, right? So a lane A person, maybe it's just a household saver, shopper, traveler, or something, right? So, okay, yeah, we're going to lead with stacks. We're going to talk about discounts or rewards and travel. Maybe you're talking to somebody that's a team leader, a coach, a community builder, right? Maybe, somebody that's got a big organization, a pastor of a church somewhere or something that needs to talk to a lot of people, okay? Well, hey, guess what? Let's lead with the Meetin product. Okay. Or maybe you've got, somebody that's got a new, wedding business, or they do wedding videos and they need a lot of data. They need, for storage of their videos and everything. Hey, guess what? Maybe Safe is a great thing to lead with, right? Just depends on who they are. So you get to know them. Then you go through the 5 steps. Oh, hey, so here's the problem. Here's what we offer. Here's the better pricing. All that. So if you can also just kind of figure out these 3 lanes, now you can say, okay, the first question about your life, right? Is it spending? Is it meetings? Is it storage? But not blockchain, right? We don't lead with the blockchain because that comes across immediately as hypey and confusing and like what, right? And it just opens the can of worms. So we can talk about blockchain later after we've introduced the problem solution. Okay, so here's an example, right? So what is Stacks? Here's the pitch, right? Okay, $29.95 a month for Stacks. It's what is the triple advantage here? We're getting the discount gift cards. We're getting digital reward points, right, on purchases. You're getting daily blockchain rewards, 60 a day just for being subscribed. You've got your travel portal with hotels up to 60% off, all those things. So here's a 60-second example script, okay, for leaders to model. Do you spend money every month on groceries, gas, eating out, online shopping, and travel sometimes? Well, Stacks is a subscription that helps you save with gift card discounts, earning digital reward points on purchases, and it even pays daily blockchain rewards. So your wallet can work in the background. Simple. That wasn't even 60 seconds, right? So very easy, little script you can just share with somebody. Stacks is going to always be the easiest quick win conversation because everyone is spending, right? Everyone is shopping, everyone's going out to dinner, that kind of stuff. So great little 30-second script you can just use with people. Okay. What about Noti? Meetin Noti powered. You got $19.95 a month, right? For something that's really, really good, more than typical competitors for a fraction of the cost. Here's all the things you're getting: 300 seats versus 100 seats at Zoom. You got webinar mode, which at Zoom you're going to pay through the nose for that. You got 100 gigabytes cloud storage that Zoom only gives you 10. Language translation, all that stuff, right? And then the daily rewards of 40 DRP a day just for being subscribed. So here's your 60-second example script. If you lead a team, if you coach clients, if you run trainings or host community calls, Meetin gives big platform features like large rooms plus advanced features cited in our training, right? Translation, webinar streaming at just $20 a month. Then the ecosystem adds daily rewards through the subscription model. That's really good, right? This is your leader product. People already have meetings, so we're just going to offer a smarter way to run them. Okay, then you got Safe, okay? $10 a month, more storage for what people are already paying, 6 terabytes, military grade encryption, 2FA real privacy, daily blockchain rewards, right? 20 a day. So here's your 60-second example script. If you've got years of photos, videos, business files, or client assets, Safe is a 6 terabytes of secure cloud storage for about $10 a month. Most people are paying similar money for much less storage. Then the subscription also ties into the ecosystem rewards model. Boom, right? There you go. Less than 60 seconds, you introduced it. And now they're going, oh, wow. Okay, what is it? How does that work? So Safe is a painkiller product. When someone feels storage pain, the decision gets fast, right? So you got a real solution for some people, okay? So the question is just how many people am I going to talk to today, right? That really is the only thing that is stopping us is just our lack of communicating it, of sharing it. So here's the duplication method, okay? This is what you're going to teach your team to teach their team, all right? So if you can get this 4-step micro process going with your teams, you're going to see massive growth. Identify the lane, right? Are they a saver, a leader, or a data-heavy person? Then you ask the outcome question. Do you want to save monthly? Do you host meetings? Do you need more storage? And then you deliver that 60-second triple advantage story, okay? Then you invite them to a demo. So I can show you in 3 minutes how this all works, right? Just pull up your phone, open up Stacks. Pull up your phone, open up Meetin, right? Pull up your phone, open up Safe. Just boom. Okay, easy. And so here's some things that you can, some templates that you can share with your different teams. So with Stacks, quick question. Do you spend on groceries, gas, restaurants, travel at all? I've got something that stacks discounts, rewards, and I can show you in 3 minutes. What do you think? Boom. Okay. Meeting. Hey, are you hosting calls or trainings each week? I found a platform with major features at $20 a month. You want to take a 3-minute look with me? Or say, hey, how close are you to running out of cloud storage? Right, this this is 6 terabytes for around $10 a month. Want to take a quick look? The win is consistency. Same lanes, same framework, same invites. Just that's how teams scale. Okay, so here's the leader challenge. This is your challenge for this week. Okay, pick 3 people per lane, right? 9 total, and then run 3-minute demos, not deep explanations. No, just 3-minute demos. And then have your team post the results, right? Get with your teams and say, hey, what lanes did you guys use? What did they say, right? What was the outcome? Did you book a demo? Did somebody subscribe? Did somebody, did you follow up with them, right? Do that with your teams. And then here's the closing line. Don't lead with blockchain. Lead with utility, then explain why the utility is better because it's built on a system designed to reward participation. So experienced leaders are going to win by simplifying. Your team will follow what's easy. All right, now here's a bonus script for you. 60-second leader to leader opener bonus script. So here's the big picture. Cirrus is introducing everyday subscription products that beat typical options on value and price. And the unique part is the ecosystem pays daily rewards tied to participation. Plus, there's an optional referral commission model for those who share it. So if your team can duplicate one simple 60-second story and match the right product to the right person, one yes from every 10 people you talk to. But, and it's just why are leaders struggling with this? Because you sometimes lead with too much explanation. Okay, that's one. Or you don't know which product or bundle to recommend. That's two. We don't have enough product knowledge yet. Or the other thing that happens if you're doing it, as a business, right, is you don't understand the PV qualification until it's too late. So we're going to fix that with understanding the clear personal lanes, right? We're going to understand the bundle math also, and we're going to understand the qualification that you need to be able to earn commissions, right? So it's utility first, reward second, opportunity last. If a person fits more than one lane, which is the smart default for leaders, obviously, because you need to be a product of the product. You need to know the product. You need to have used the product so you can answer questions and talk about it and have your own testimonial of it, all those things, right? So if you get the Omni bundle to start out with, $49.95 a month, you're saving $10 over, getting each one separately. Now you've got all 3, you're getting 120 DRPs a day, right? Which is better than if they were all separate. And you got your 50 PV, so you're at least qualified to earn on your first level of pay, right? So that's a great place to start if you just want simplicity. If you want maximum utility and you want to be commission qualified, at least for first level, right? And earning 20%. Omni is the clean choice. But then, of course, you're going to want to go to Omni Plus at some point, okay? Because now you're getting everything the normal Omni gets, but you're getting the DRP booster. So you're now getting 220 DRPs a day. You're getting 100 PV. So now you're fully qualified on all 6 levels of pay in the compensation plan. So this is for people who want the system working at full capacity and full qualification. Okay, so what is the leader challenge for that? This week, this is what we need to do. You need to go through and talk to everybody that you've personally enrolled. You need to audit your own personal for how they already live and how they want to earn. And that is it. We can do that. Guys, that's the simplest, most basic way to just get this thing up and going and taking off. And just watch what happens over the future as new things are introduced, all that. But for right now, this is what's going to get us successful and having the most results that we could possibly have. All right. So thanks for taking the time to jump on. Any questions, comments?
Just don't forget Mother's Day, Jeremy.
And Mother's Day. Use this to buy your mom a gift card.
That's absolutely right. I was just looking on the WhatsApp chain, and that was the thing. Hey, Mother's Day tomorrow. How are you going to use your stacks? Mm-hmm. So, there's always that. But you always do a great job, Jeremy. And I'm telling you guys, things are happening fast. Right, Gordon?
Absolutely. I mean, I couldn't be more excited, guys. I mean, it's been a long wait for some of us, but we're here. We're here. We've got something to talk about. And I think as time goes by, people are going to become more open when they see this kind of thing exploding in our world, that they're going to want to be a part of it. I mean, I haven't seen anything better for the average person to be a part of that can have the kind of opportunity we've got. So I'm so excited. And Jeremy, that was great. That was really great. Every single week that you do this, it's just one after the other, and they're all great. So I thank you for doing that. Really, you've helped a lot of people. So
yeah, and Jeremy, I just want you to know, since we had a couple of minutes here, I just want you to know, I talked to one of our old leaders from our last company that we were involved with, and they've kind of had to bounce around from company to company to company. And then, I was explaining what we were doing, Gordon, you'd love this. And they go, what? You made it true? You made the dream come true. And boy, it was such a great feeling to take our 2-minute video that we have and say, yeah, this 2-minute video, just watch this. Then they watch it and you go, you made it true? You got to be kidding. They couldn't believe it. And I made it sound like we've had it forever. Not the last week, but, nevertheless, the last couple of weeks. But nevertheless, it is starting to get to be an exciting time. It is, to Jeremy's point on your elevator pitch, it's time to open your mouth and just share with people what's coming. Because Gordon, you know why you were excited? Because of what was announced all this week and what's announced coming next week. And for us in our group, who we're very fortunate that we have some leaders on, I want to remind you, next Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock, we have a personal call with the owners of the company, with Bob and Craig, and they'll be announcing some more stuff. So, get ready. Jeremy will have something new possibly to train on next week, So that's good. But anyway, good job, guys. Thanks for being faithful and being here every week. But I want to see these numbers starting to grow because now it's time. Now it's time. We went out there and got the Founders Challenge. Go for it. All right. That's all I got to say, Jeremy. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thanks everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms on here. Appreciate you, all you do. We'll see you next week.
Okay, take care.
Take care, guys.
Gordon, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I hate to flog a dead horse. You still haven't put up your recording.